We're back, better than ever. DSD and DFD, the old guys are back with a new podcast called Car Talk. You guys can listen to it on YouTube, you can watch it there, and you can listen to it on SoundCloud. Good stuff. So today we're talking NBA, NFL, and the UFC, but the story of the day is Cormier gets destroyed by Miocic. See you next. All right, guys, we're going to start by going over really quick what our new structure is going to be. So we're going to talk about 3 to 4 segments per week, depending on the week. Obviously, there's certain stuff going on. And we're just going to talk for roughly about 10, 15 minutes. We're going to try to keep it there so you guys can be in and out. Because who wants to listen to people that long?
Agreed. And this is your guys' request. We learned from the old podcast.
Yeah.
Now you guys will know where we're talking about, each subject, if you want to fast forward or rewind to a subject.
Good point. So on the top right, as you guys see, there's going to be an index where it says the time when we start the NBA section, a time when it starts the NFL section, and then a time when we start the UFC section. So you're able to say, oh, wow, that's great. I hate the NFL. I only like the NBA. Well, you know me, some people, it's really good. So we're going to start there. So we're going to start NBA today. So the first thing that everybody's going to talk about is Melo. Mm-hmm. What's going on with this guy? Is he getting blackballed?
I don't know.
It's starting to feel like that a little bit.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, I think that he's overrated at this time of his career. He is.
Fact.
But he could help a team.
Yeah.
No question in my mind.
He'll take a veteran minimum. He just wants to play.
But do you actually believe that, though?
I think he helps the team.
No. Do you think that he actually will take the veteran minimum?
I do.
Okay.
And I think he knows, everyone knows he sucks at defense. He's one of the worst defenders in the league.
Yeah.
But you put him in the corner, and he'll make some open threes. Like, he is
a scorer.
Yeah.
He's better than Anthony Bennett. He's better than all these bums.
There's not people in the league right now that
couldn't agree more.
Better than.
Couldn't agree more. And I think that, obviously the Lakers, he gets linked to them a lot, but he's not a great fit there. He's really a good fit for, say, the Clippers if they need a good guy off the bench. I know the Lakers and Clippers are similar, but the Clippers have so much defense.
Yeah.
You need guys who can score.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my thought process.
I agree.
So my say is that he should be on a team. He should be playing somewhere, but he needs to get off his high horse a little bit if he already has it. I don't know if he has it. Publicly, he said that he'll take a veteran minimum and he'll sit on the bench, but I don't really know how much you believe that.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll see. So maybe next week, hopefully he'll have it. Well, hopefully for him, he'll have a spot. Maybe not, so we can have more talking points. Okay, section 2. We're going to talk about Dwight and Boogie. So Boogie Cousins tore his ACL playing rec basketball with some guys like us.
Yeah.
I respect it.
It's a bad beat.
Oh, because you're kind of the man for doing that. It's cool. But you're coming off so many injuries. You got to realize.
I saw another video of him playing in sandals against a kid 1-on-1. He was playing in sandals.
Okay,
just balling out.
If I can find that video, I'm gonna put it up there. 'Cause that's insane. I never even heard of that.
It was just like on.
What are you doing, dude? You got to realize you're injury prone. And quick thing about Boogie Cousins, this guy all of a sudden is now one of the biggest what ifs in NBA history.
He's
out of nowhere.
Out of
nowhere. Like, people forget when he was on the Kings, he was filthy. Top 10 player easily. Yeah. He was a beast.
Even the first year in Pelicans, he was great.
Yeah, he wasn't. Then he got hurt. Exactly.
2015.
They were the one thing that they weren't very good though, right? Their records.
They weren't good, but they were still
he was a beast. Yeah,
they were still meshing. So,
I actually really liked him a lot.
It's a shame.
Yeah, it is a real shame because he is kind of like a DB.
And I'm not going to say this is fortunate or any way like that, but from the Lakers' perspective, if they do land Dwight, I'm not saying it's an upgrade, but it's kind of an upgrade, I think. I think Dwight is better than Boogie Cousins last year.
You think? I don't agree.
Really? You take Dwight or you take Boogie?
I think Boogie's more skilled offensively, obviously, but the thing about Dwight, he fits perfect for the Lakers.
Yeah, he's
the Lakers don't want anybody else shooting.
Yeah.
They want a guy just to get your rebounds and just move forward.
Yep.
This is the team that Dwight Howard was trying to be on when he was on with Kobe. Mm-hmm. They're more dominant than they were with the Lakers. I mean, honestly, great move if they sign him.
Yeah, if they get him, it'll be perfect. And I saw that the Grizzlies released, they allowed him to talk to Lakers.
Yeah, which I don't totally understand how that works because
they own the rights.
Okay,
they have him under contract, so they could be like, "No, you're not going there." But
we're just dumb because they want him to move. They probably want to move him. You know what I mean? He's a great position.
The number one rebuild right now. So they're trying to do whatever they can to.
And they can be sneaky too.
I'm just too good. The West is too good.
Well, the thing with them is they have a lot of talent, but we can talk more about that later.
Yep.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is a big, broad section of the NBA. We're just going to give you a sleeper player, which is DSD going to give that, and DFD is going to be a sleeper team that we think are going to be really good. So my guys, I think, is going to win the most improved, and he thinks they're going to be really good. So you can start.
I think they're winning the East. I don't think they're going to be improved. I think they're winning the East. And
check mark that.
Yeah, we'll come back to this.
I'm gonna caption this. If they win the East, you guys owe DFD dinner.
Everyone knows dinner.
Yeah, everyone in the world. All right, so who we got?
The Indiana Pacers. They were the 3 seed last year. Oladipo goes down, and they still were competitive. And Oladipo is going to be coming back. It might take him a little while to get into the swing of things, but the East got a lot worse losing Kawhi.
The
Celtics got worse.
The thing with Victor Oladipo too is that, like, obviously he's going to lose a little bit offensively because he's so, he was injured.
Yeah.
But his heart defense matters to a team. And I'll tell you this, I even think Malcolm Brogdon is the most underrated player in the NBA potentially.
Yes, exactly.
And he is a huge upgrade over Bogdanović.
He's going to fit perfectly for that team.
And he plays.
He has the ball in his hands.
Like two-way guy. He is good. And I love him.
They were one of the best defensive teams. And then you bring in another stud defender. It's like, stay out of their way. You do not want to face Indiana.
I'd be pissed. And then Sabonis. But so my guy for the most improved player is Lauri Markkanen. I think this guy is potentially going to be a stud. There's a couple other guys I think are going to be really good too, but the Bulls need Markkanen to prove that he is that guy. This is his year.
Yeah.
Because they stink.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to be the man.
They should be. But, Zach LaVine there, which is, he could be a problem depending because he takes all the shots, but he's a good player. He's
great.
Yeah, I like him too. But Lauri Markkanen, I genuinely believe is I'm not going to say he's like Dirk, but he's very similar to Porzingis to me. And I think Porzingis also is going to be a stud.
Of Porzingis.
Yeah, and I'm a big Porzingis guy. I like both of those guys. I feel like they're pretty similar games. So I don't know. I don't know if you guys agree with that. Make sure you reply down below.
Can we get a stat prediction for him?
Oh, okay. So this is actually on the spot. I didn't think about this.
How many points and rebounds?
I'll say 20 and 10. Roughly.
That'd be great.
Yeah, 20 and 10 roughly. And then I'll say maybe 3-4 assists, something like that. 20, 10, and 4. And that's not MVP, but that will be the best player in the
all-star. It's an all-star.
Oh, thank you. That's what I was looking for. Yeah. Definitely an all-star. I think he is going to be an all-star. That's what I'm gonna double down on that. I might even bet on that.
Oh, double down.
I might even go to take your Social Security and go to Vegas. And what is he probably like 20 to 1? Can you even bet that?
I don't think they have odds on to make the all-star team yet. Maybe earlier, closer to the season, they might come out.
Okay.
We'll revisit that.
All right, guys, we're gonna start the NFL section, and we're gonna start with our New England Patriots. We want to tell you that we are Patriots fans, but we will be very, very, very critical. And I will tell you right now that you're gonna be surprised as us being Patriots fans. We're not homers. Yeah. Sometimes we are, but not all the time.
It's not that we're homers, it's that we're brutally honest. We're realistic.
Thank you. But I'll tell you right now, I think Tom Brady's the GOAT, but I also don't think he's the best player in the NFL anymore, every other Patriots fan does. Exactly. So you'll see that objective take. So will the Patriots repeat? My quick answer is absolutely not. Not even think there's a chance. I'll tell you this straight up. I genuinely believe that they're not going to lose the AFC East because it's impossible to lose the AFC East. But that division got a little bit better this year.
Jets are sneaky.
Sam Darnold, another spicy take. Sam Darnold will be the Jared Goff of last year, where better than Jared Goff. I'm saying more along the lines of that team where they were at. I genuinely believe that Sam Darnold's legit. I don't know if you agree with that.
Jump. I agree. He's going to make that jump.
Super legit. I think I can't remember. Do you like Josh Allen?
No.
Okay.
No. He's a runner. He's not a quarterback. he should be a running back.
See, I actually like him a lot. Yeah. So that's kind of fun.
He runs it deep or he runs it that's all he's got.
I'll tell you this, though. The Dolphins might be the worst team in the league. We talked about that.
They will be the worst team in the league.
Yeah. Fitzmagic might absolutely throw a ton of touchdowns first week, though. Yeah.
He's also throwing a ton of picks the first week.
Oh, true. Yeah, that's crazy.
I just wanted to say that my quick answer on if that's a repeat, no. There's no chance. Mahomes in Kansas City, we were fortunate to have survived that overtime game.
But fortunate is the right word.
Lucky, like
I mean, like Patriots fans aren't going to be happy with that, but for you to win, you have to be lucky sometimes. I genuinely believe that.
What if we lose that coin toss going to overtime? They lose the game because Kansas City's going to go right down and score a touchdown.
And a quick side note about that, I hate that there's always this like whining and complaining about like things like that. Kansas City, take an L and walk away. You know what I mean? Like the Saints got screwed too, but it's like stop whining. But I do agree. But they deserve a little bit longer than Kansas City.
Agreed. Kansas City lost by the rules of the game. New Orleans had to create new rules. The NFL created new rules because
maybe it's not good because they got absolutely bombed.
The new season, it's over with. Let's move on.
Yeah, I do agree. And I'll tell you this. So on top of that, next week we're gonna go over the AFC or the NFC depending on what we talk about. But we're gonna try to preview who we think is gonna win each division, all that good stuff, so we can really like hopefully help you guys with some insight. I feel pretty confident we're not elite knowledge where we're like, but I feel pretty confident that we can give the good insight.
We've been putting in the time this off season for sure.
I've definitely been doing a lot of research. This is probably the most knowledgeable I've been for an NFL and NBA season in my potential lifetime.
I'm super excited.
Yeah. No. Oh yeah. Oh dude. Super excited. This is our year. This is DSC's year.
We're in the training camp right now.
I couldn't agree more.
The season starts in 2.5 weeks.
Yeah. So What were you saying?
Oh, we were talking about Chiefs fans crying. I think that's a good introduction to the next segment of crying. Antonio Brown.
What a clown.
Oh, my God.
What happened to that guy? I used to love him. Yeah. Like, my probably favorite player in the NFL, potentially. What happened to him?
So,
no, but like,
you know when it started? I can tell you when it started. Last year when the team nominated Juju Schuster-Smith as the MVP of the as the offensive MVP of the team. And then he came out and he was all salty about it, saying, "Hey, what about me?"
And before that, I don't know if you remember. He did the Facebook Live thing on like during the team meeting. Remember that? Was that last year or was that 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
But it's so. But like, I used to blame a lot of people in the Steelers.
Yeah,
they might be legit this year because I think Juju is top 5 receiver potential, and James Conner is serviceable at best.
I think he's great. I think he's good.
So I said the wrong term. I meant he's servable. Like he is no less than serviceable. Like he is really a good player. And you don't need the running backs because we talked about that.
Yeah, don't pay running backs. NFL execs, listen to us. Yeah. Don't pay your running back. Le'Veon Bell, look what happens. You get rid of him. This guy comes in and takes over with there was barely a drop off. You know.
I'm gonna tell you right now. There has never been a more guaranteed fact than this. Do not draft high for running backs, and you don't pay them.
Yeah.
Like, see you later, Melvin Gordon. I think Melvin Gordon's a great player.
Great.
Zeke Elliott, great player. See you later.
Zeke might be an exception, maybe. But Melvin Gordon.
No, but like the thing with Zeke because of the Cowboys, because
I know
who are you gonna trust, Dak?
Yeah.
But I would rather have an average quarterback than a elite running back because the shelf life is so much different.
Oh yeah,
like
absolutely.
It could be gone in 5 years for the NFL, for the running back, and then for the quarterback, 10, 15 years if you're an average quarterback. Look at Fitzmagic. This guy is a definition of average. He's never won shit, obviously.
Journeyman. He's been on how many different teams? 8, 9?
But he's been around.
Yeah.
He gets a job every year because he's average.
Exactly.
I mean, like I don't know if you really know if that proves my point, but I'm just trying to make a point that But like overall, do not pay them. The Patriots have always had the right mindset with that. Besides drafting Sony Michel that high, I will hate that forever. It was super aggressive. I still like Sony Michel, but he potentially might even play next year. Yeah. He's been hurt. We'll get more into that later on, more analysis stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll do a quick one about the NFL overall. I genuinely believe that the NFL is coming to a point where it could either be a make or break.
Yeah.
I could see them either doing this or boom.
And I'm going to tell you, I think the latter.
I'm concerned.
I think the latter because these pass interference rules are going to have
killing it.
They're going to be terrible. It's going to be so hard to watch of so many judgmental calls that you're like, how do you do this?
So local sports radio in Boston talk about us a lot. But I'm just going to tell you right now, I completely agree with them. No reviewable calls. Don't review it. I would rather that the ref absolutely butcher a call and whine about it the next day. It makes good talk for us.
Seriously.
Rather than, literally the Saints. So now I'm getting a little salty. They got stripped away I know they still could have won in overtime, but still, they literally got screwed.
Yep.
It's like 5 years in a row. I'll show that video up top. It's absolutely insane. Like it's like I don't even know. It's like the Vikings. What was the year before that?
Minnesota Miracle.
Yeah, and then there was another one before that. I can't remember. But there's like 5 years in a row. It's been a disaster for those guys. So sorry about that. So we're gonna wrap up the NFL section. Unless you have anything else you want to add.
Pretty good. Excited for the season.
Okay, guys. So we're back and better than ever. We're gonna do a recap on UFC 241. So.
That's pretty swag if you saw that.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Quick humble brag, DSD on Twitter. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. We posted a picture, or like I did on the video, or put a video rather, and it got like 20,000 retweets. And like 70,000 like. You guys are missing out if you don't follow. I'm just being honest.
Give me some love.
DSD forever, baby. All right, so we'll move on from there. So I despise Daniel Cormier. Despise him because, and so I hope you disagree with this because I don't like him. I think he's the biggest fraud ever. He talks all this smack about John Jones. He can't beat John Jones, so he has to move up to the heavyweight, which he became one of the best heavyweights of all time. Guy's a fraud. Miocic absolutely destroyed him. I understand a lot of people will say, "Oh, the first 3 rounds, Cormier was winning." Miocic got the he took it.
It's just all about who's going to hit the first.
I agree, and Miocic, like, all joking aside, might be the best heavyweight of all time.
He kept going to the gut.
Oh yeah,
belly like that and be legit. Like that is not a UFC fight.
I'm just saying, like honestly, how can you show up like that? Like I understand, like he's still training every day, but bro, like go on a diet. Or something.
My thoughts on Cormier is I like him as a human being. If I see him on the street, he is a good guy. But for him to have won the Athlete of the Year at the ESPYs with a body like that is like, come on, man. That's the best athlete that we have. Is Daniel Cormier?
I do agree. So
that takes away from me.
So I despise the UFC fighter. I do agree. He seems like a really nice guy. I do agree with that. But like, I just don't like. I actually genuinely believe this, that he's afraid of John Jones.
Oh, there's no question.
And he knows John Jones owns his ass.
And I love John Jones. I'm more biased a little
bit. Super
biased.
Yeah, I'm completely biased. And the thing is, like, John Jones is not a guy that we want to hitch our wagons to. He's kind of a bad guy.
And he'll probably get ED's next fight.
But like, he still is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely believe he has a lot of problems, obviously, but I do genuinely believe that this guy, John Jones himself, is the most talented. He might be. He should have won. The best athlete.
Right? He is the best.
He is a physical specimen of an athlete. I do agree. And like, I don't know. I just feel like people look at Daniel Cormier and say like, oh, he's a nice guy. I want to root for him and all that stuff. But like, it's not a politics thing. It's like go away.
Yeah.
But we gotta review this guy, Nate effing Diaz.
Go.
He really is. Like, and the thing about him too. The thing about him too is that like. He's kind of hard to like in the beginning because he's just kind of like an idiot.
Oh, you can tell he's not very
stupidest guy ever.
Yeah, he's not intelligent.
But he is hilarious.
Yeah.
He does stuff that I'm like he's smoking a blunt at the weigh-in.
That's unbelievable.
And he
next
does
level. Tell me someone else who's going to do that.
He literally does not care.
Yeah.
Like at all. Like
he is the definition of an OG. He is like the original gangster.
Speaking about OG, this guy Masvidal.
Yeah. Awesome.
I need to see that fight.
Yeah, I'll pay double the price for that one.
And these guys are just dogs. Oh. Like Big Nate Diaz is a walking punching bag. This guy takes punishment. He is so in shape for every fight. Like, this dude is unbelievable, but he's not good for the UFC for the big picture because the UFC is like, we're going to hitch our wagons to this guy?
Yeah. They need to make that fight a 5-round fight. I know it's not a title shot. It's got to be 5 rounds because those guys will just beat the shit out of each other.
Kill each other. And it's crazy about it, too, because these two guys are, like, kind of underrated to a certain extent because, like,
for sure.
Because Nate Diaz's whole career has just been winning fights.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at his, like, win-loss, it's, like, unbelievable who he's beaten. And every fight I watch him, I've never seen him lose. Besides the McGregor one. Besides the McGregor one.
And even so, that was questionable at best. The decision there was like, hey,
the UFC needed McGregor.
And I think they gave that to McGregor because everyone's like, oh, we'll have the part 3, and then just fell off planet Earth.
Because Diaz is like, no. Yeah. Because usually means a prop.
And then McGregor got on the Mayweather bandwagon.
And McGregor, that guy, has issues. Yeah, and I'll do a really super quick thing about McGregor. This guy, honestly, is a disgrace to a certain extent. Like literally, like I understand. Like, there's probably a lot of the story when he punched that old guy in the face. Like, no, I don't really want to get into that part. Dude, get your shit together. Like, you are the face of the UFC. Like, that's why I respect the hell out of LeBron James. This guy doesn't get in trouble. He doesn't do anything wrong. All this stuff.
Yeah.
All he does is he's a little cocky, but like that.
Taco!
Yeah, Taco Tuesday! But it's unbelievable, dude. Like you want to be the face of the UFC and you act like that. Like, come on.
No, I agree. He's
grow up.
with him.
Yeah, I kind of am too, honestly. Like, and it's too bad because I used to love him.
And I still do like him so much.
I'm still gonna buy the fight.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna buy the fight, but I'm just saying, I'm really like, might root against him, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you talk about the last fight. These guys, these guys are units.
No, Romero versus Costas. That was just like the fight of the night of two of probably
beef.
Just like the most two athletic specimens that have been placed on our planet with us were in the octagon together, just pummeling each other.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are made of blocks.
Yeah, it was a dull fight. Costas won, like, it was pretty obvious.
No, he won.
He won handily, like, unanimous.
A lot of people were kind of complaining about, like, stop complaining about everything. I think he won. I actually think it was very easy.
It was unanimous.
Yeah.
It was one of those, but it was probably the fight of the night. It was dope.
It literally might be the fight of the year, potentially. Yeah. Like, honestly, they were just bloodbath.
Yeah, they were.
And I'm going to give a little advice to the UFC. I understand it's not easy to, like, organize these fights and all that type of stuff, but, like, stop giving us garbage fights for the main fights. I don't want to pay $60 to see Joe Schmo from, St. Louis fight some guy from, Florida. Like, I want to see good fights.
They're so heavy. Look at all three of these fights could have been a main event, and they come all in this one. And now for the next month, we got nothing.
And the fights that they get for free on ESPN Plus are garbage.
Oh, no one's watching.
The first one they did was Cejudo, and Cejudo,
that was cool.
That was the only one. But remember that time when we were in college when they showed Dos Santos versus Velasquez? Yeah. That was like, I mean, it ended up being a bad fight because it was over in 2 seconds. But regardless, it was good. But it was good for you because that's when you first got into the UFC, really.
Exactly.
And it kind of hooked you.
You put that in the public and anyone can watch it, you're going to get more people to watch,
Yeah, so
come on, Dana.
Dana, I know. You can come on anytime you want. Anytime you want. Anytime. So what's your take on Brock Lesnar? Just like in total, because you like WWE too.
Oh, I used to WWE.
I used to like it a lot when I was younger too, but like you keep up with more than I do.
Yeah, I keep tabs on it. Currently, I don't watch it a whole lot, but Brock Lesnar is like one of my favorite overall athletes I think ever.
What does this guy do again?
What?
Lesnar. I'm gonna put him
but yeah, I want him back in the UFC like I want Oxygen. He's the best. I want him versus
Jones.
Cormier, Jones, Miocic.
I actually don't care. I like Mark Hunt. It doesn't matter.
That's who he beat when he was.
Oh, come on! You don't think he's been juicing for years? This guy's been. You've seen what this guy looks like?
I don't even care.
Okay, quick thing. I am a complete co-signer on steroids in general.
All sports.
I want them.
Me too.
You should have to come into the league and sign a piece of paper saying, I'm okay with taking steroids, and it's your decision.
Yeah.
Because some guys will do it.
I want to see these athletes at their peak performance. You need some steroids to get there.
These guys are already at their peak performance, absolutely hitting absolute dingers anyway.
I want to see 600-foot home runs next year. The juice.
Oh, the MLB needs that more than anything, I'll tell you that. For sure. But, okay, we're going to do a quick wrap-up. So, this is going to be airing, Card Talk is going to be airing every single Thursday at 8 p.m. EST. Sharp. Sharp. I'm gonna be right on top of it. Make sure you guys reply, DM me, whatever, with any type of like suggestions or anything. But so I'm at Daily Sports Dosage and at Daily Football Dosage. And we're also on Twitter, official DSD, and we're on Snap, Daily Sports Dose, and the new thing is TikTok. That's the new thing. Maybe someday DSD will blow up on there doing some dances or something. You know what I mean? Just getting jiggy with it. So, all right, guys, I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Hopefully you guys liked it, and I'll talk to you next week.